But all of these areas of activity all deal with people, law, education, entertainment, and sex, very powerful, all right, among people. One of the second greatest powerful force among people of the planet, second to the system of white supremacy. It comes in second. People consider race before they consider sex. And sex, you know, people get all upset about how sex is handled when it comes to color. But they get upset when it comes to color in any area of activity, just, you know, by the evidence, not by what Neely Fuller says. And that's one thing I want to emphasize in answer to this question. Test it yourself, because that's what I started doing. I started testing, okay, the field of economics. Who has more say-so about how time and energy and money is just a tool of economics, all right? It's not the driving force. It's how you use your time and energy, how you use your brain power. That's the real money, all right, in economics, all right? Ignorant people do not know very much about how to use time and energy, as compared with what? People who are not ignorant about how to use time and energy. And the non-white people, in the second area of activity, education, the white supremacists suppress their knowledge in the field of education, or they dissipate it. They'll tell you that you're educated when you're not. They'll give you a piece of paper as a part of their scheme and say you are now an educated person. And they'll put their signature on that piece of paper. And that validates you as now being educated. And then they walk down the block and snicker to themselves. They giggle, you might say, to give a dramatic illustration, saying, you know, he thinks he's educated because I told him he was. He doesn't know anything except what I told him. All these black people around here who are talking about their certificates of education, they got them from me. I validated their so-called education. And they believe they're educated. They can't do anything except what I say do, because that's how I educated them. At a gut level, young black people who drop out in the 9th grade, that's usually the time when they begin to say, wait a minute, what's going on here? They can perceive that, but they can't put it all together in their minds. Why? Because of one major thing. The things that it seems like they're supposed to be learning are not solving problems. And what do they measure that by? Where did they get that from? They got it from looking at the world around them when they walk out of that classroom. And they say, I got 1,001 problems as a 9th grade student, black student. And when I look at the older people, I see they got problems. Now, where are all these problems coming from? They're not supposed to have any problems. I mean, they're supposed to be guiding me, and they're talking about their problems. My dad is left. He's no longer in the house. 2 months after I was born, he was gone. All right? And my brothers and sisters don't have no answers to nothing. They out here snorting drugs and all like that. My mother, she's running herself ragged. My grandmother is just about giving up. I mean, and these people sitting behind these desks in these fancy institutions are not giving me no immediate answers to everything that I need right this minute. Right this minute, not somewhere down the road or somewhere in the future, somewhere based on some dream. I got to have help right today. Is there anybody, anywhere, in any of these corridors of any of these universities that can give me any kind of sign of what to do and what not to do about everything that I'm going to encounter? And they say, well, get your education. Well, that's what I'm doing. But where are the problems that haven't been solved? See? And this is a long-winded answer to that question, but it takes a long-winded answer sometimes for it to sink in. So I said that what we need, because I'm talking about solutions now, is a code in each one of those areas of activity. That's the missing link. Now, do I have the code? No, I'm trying to start one because someone asked me, well, Fuller, you're talking about this code you come up with to solve problems. I mean, has it done it? I say, no, there's no such thing as a complete code until all problems are solved. That's in anything. That's in the universe. You have a problem, you solve it. If you don't have a solution to a problem, it means you don't have a code for solving problems. And you say, well, we are trying. Well, nobody tries like black people.